Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Shanghai. I'm China Uncle Mikey. This time I'll take the camera and bring you guys to the very central area of Shanghai city to experience the modern part of China. Let's have a look at the consequence of 40 years of open up of China to the rest of the world. I will take the metro system to access the very touristy attractions, which is convenient and efficient, cause usually the traffic in the downtown city center is congested and the parking fee is so high. We will first get to the most famous commercial pedestrian street called the East Nanjing Road, then check out an old restaurant over there called Shendachen, and of course we will order some delicious food over there. After that we will walk to the People's Park to have a look at the dating corner where middle-aged Chinese parents find dating partners for their children. Then we will move to People's Square and have a look at the Shanghai Historical Museum from outside. Finally, we will take another metro to Jing'an Temple, the most well-known temple in Shanghai city. This episode has two parts. This is the first part. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to the city center, which I don't take my car because it's much more easier to get to the city center by taking the metro system. Today I'm going to show you how to use the metro system. So I'm now just walking and heading to the vending machine, and let's have a look how to buy a ticket from the vending machine first. So there you go. So here it is, and as you can see, this complex map shows the routings of all the lines of the metro system in Shanghai. And if you switch it to English, yeah, so you can see now the language shift to English. Then you probably press back. Then this is the whole map of this entire city downtown area. And so if you want to pick up any lines, then you just press this button, and then it will show you the whole thing. And I think if you are confused to get into anywhere, and probably you have to search it, and I'm not sure how to search the stops, but you can have your map actually. So this is quite easy to use actually, and they do accept the coins, and you can also scan the barcode by using Alipay and WeChat Pay, and any Union Pay is also accepted. So, but today I'm not going to use the vending machine because there's a much easier way to access and buy a ticket, which is using your phone. And there you go. I just installed this app, which is called Da Du Hui, and you can just scan this barcode in any machine, then it will let you in, and the fee will be counted afterwards. So you don't have to worry about the routing things. You just like heading to any stop, and you can get out from those places. There's no issues. So this is the app. I'll show you the app, the name, everything, and in the video. For everyone who, like, you bring a bag or any belongings, you have to go through the security check and then scan your barcode to get inside. Now, but I have to figure out where I should go first. Probably I will go to Nanjing Road first. So maybe I'll heading to Shanghai and do some transfer inside the station. It might take almost more than half an hour to get to Nanjing Road. So let's see. There are totally 17 lines of metro plus one maglev train almost cover the majority of the Shanghai urban area. If you are a tourist, this is the most efficient way to get around the city.
Alright guys, just got off the train and it took me almost half an hour to get here. It was like almost 9 or 10 stops, and I have to do an internal transfer actually from one line to another. So the metro system underground is quite advanced actually. You've got lines and lines of different location and different direction.
The very first Metro Line 1 was built in 1993 from Shanghai Railway Station to Xinzhuang. From that year, Shanghai Metro underground transportation system expanded in a lightning speed till now, and it is still expanding on and on.
Just get off another train and now I'm running to the third one, which is the last one. I think I don't have to get out of the station, it's just like an internal transfer. So, as you can see now, we are up to this station, which is called Laoximen. I have to go another 2 stops to the East Nanjing Road, and yeah, so it takes another maybe 5 or 6 minutes to get there. Now I'm just arriving to East Nanjing Road. This is the most populated touristy area in the city of Shanghai, and you know, a lot of channels did this or that, like travel logs and all these kind of vlog things on YouTube. But I was thinking about if I should do that over and over again. But finally I decided to do it. It's not because there's nothing new to explore, but this is something that maybe I can create my version of the Shanghai vlog. I got a bit lost actually, because you got like 10 exits from here, and I'm not sure which exit that I should go. I'm just now following somebody.
Once you get out of the metro, you might be surprised if you are first time visiting Shanghai, cause all of these modernized city districts, shopping malls and fancy restaurants are very different as the traditional part of China, such as bamboo, temples and pagodas. Here is where capitalism first landed and changed the way of living of Chinese people.
I'm right now in the very city center, and as you can see, on the other opposite, on the opposite side of this road, which is the East Nanjing Road, which is all those tourists and people, if they come to Shanghai, they probably welcome to this street. It is a walking pedestrian, so let's go and have a look.
Although I grew up in Shanghai and kept the majority of the childhood and teenage memory of this city, but every time I come back to this homeland from overseas, I always find new buildings, new shops and new stuffs. This street, East Nanjing Road, isn't an exception though. I remember during the 90s when I was a teenager, I and my gangsters hanging out at this place and playing cool with a Hong Kong style dressing. Maybe sounds ridiculous, but that was the best time of China. Now you will never see it once again.
A giant Apple store behind me, whether you enter American or not. And here is all the accessories and the phones that you can access from this place. And I don't think the young generation will totally against to American culture. This is the place that you see the capitalism's influence and materialism, and what we did today, and in the morning the stream. And you know, this place almost, if you look back to 30 years ago, it totally different as what it is right now. Now you see this branding malls and polished shopping area and all this kind of influence from the Western countries. Especially, I think we got a lot of influence from the USA. And personally, this is quite positive, as I can see, for the majority of the Chinese, because you got huge amount of material, or as you can see, or products that you can buy and purchase from this area. But now it's almost running to like the touristy trap, because if you know, like if you go to Dubrovnik, you always stay in the city center, and here it is also. And here you see those Chinese from the other province accessing and browsing stuff from East Nanjing Road. But anyway, this is the place that you can shopping and buy stuff.
Walking and talking under sun burning temperature with a stone-heavy camera is a hard job. In order to keep myself refreshing for bring talking ideas, I came to this shop and brought this cool-looking drinking cup. Look at it, it is cool, isn't it?
Sitting down to have this one because I got too many stuff, so I can't like standing in front of the shop. And this one is quite awesome. And you see those smokes come out from the cup. Yeah, it's just awesome. And there's something like boiled on the bottom. I don't know what is that. I took a short footage about a retired military elderly, which is in the middle of the Nanjing Road. And I'm sorry guys, I was talking to him, but I didn't dare to open up the camera because it's quite sensitive when you interview a military general or something. And he said he was in the Korean War, and he told me all his badges and rewards are got from the Korean War. And he said I was fighting to the Americans. And I didn't ask his opinion about the USA and etc. because he was a little bit hurried to get out from the crowd. As you can see, there was a lot of people was surrounding him, asking him to take a picture or something. But this is the interesting part that I want to bring up.
Here I bring you a little bit history of the Nanjing Road. The history of Nanjing Road can be traced back to the year 1845. At that time it was called Park Lane formerly, which stretched from the Bond to Henan Road. 150 years ago, British bank called Lingrui Yanghang, I can't find the English name of this bank, built the first race course in Shanghai. They also built a little path to the Bond, since at that time Chinese people saw foreigners riding horse on the road, so in Chinese it's also called Malu, literally means horse road. Now let's get to this famous Shanghai little restaurant, which is running and owned by the state, called Shen Dacheng. Here you can find authentic local Shanghainese food like steamed dumplings and the noodles. So let's have a look.
I'm a little bit hungry at the moment, so I ran into this very traditional local Shanghai restaurant, and the name is this one, Shen Dacheng. So it's a little bit chill at the moment, not so overcrowded. But I just ordered like one meal, which is the rice and with the fried eels, which is a kind of very localized food. I didn't order like these sweet dumplings and like xiaolong and spring rolls and these kind of things, because I think too many people order this kind of food in Shanghai. So today we are going to try a rice with some kind of like deep fried like eel
So let's try it out. The price is a little bit over exaggerated. I just ordered like 1 meal. It cost me 42 plus this drink, a little drink. It's 6 yuan. So totally about like 50 RMB, which is equals to almost like 6 or 7 USD. So you have to pour all the juices and all this tasty eel meat on top of the rice and mix it up. And then maybe we can find it is delicious or not. But now it looks way better than it was. Well, so it doesn't look like really like awesome, but when you mix up the soup and the eel meat along with this rice, and it is a little bit sweety because this is the local, very localized Shanghai flavor, which is a little bit sweety, but it is good. You got this kind of like a super strong flavor inside of your mouth, and you will enjoy it actually. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish it up because I'm quite hungry, and it is kind of like weird when you grab a food you don't eat, but you talk to the camera for a while. But I'm getting used to it, and after that I'll head on the road and continue the tour. Okay guys, thanks for watching. There's another part of this episode coming soon. Hope you guys enjoy my video. See you next time.